in the guard, right? So one, like having this. So again, as he tries to drive my knees over the side, that simple little kickstand just prevents that from happening. So now he tries to get, he realizes he can't do that, but now he tries to go for my hip here, right? And now he's got my knee, and now he starts to run around here. So this is really important. When, here, stand up. When someone's holding your legs, obviously that's the first place they're gonna start to come in and try to get grips, is on your feet or your legs down here. And that's fine, right? But you wanna limit them to only being able to grab your shins, ankles, feet, right? Once he starts getting past my knees and starts putting hands on my torso or on my hips, anywhere beyond this, right beyond my knees, he starts getting further downfield, like this is bad for me, right? So as soon as he gets a hand on the hip, I want to address that, right? I want to grab one or two hands, right? I can put foot on the bicep here, right? I can put foot on the hip, and I got to get that lasso in. Now, without the gi, the lasso isn't going to be that strong, but as he's running around my guard, that's just going to help me turn and get back into position, right? Even though I'm not going to have like a strong gi grip here, and he's just going to yank that arm out, but by the time he's done that, I can usually turn and get back to facing him, right? So we're here, right? He's coming here. As soon as he does this, I got to address that. I got to make space and throw that in, right? So it's the same idea of that high leg, right, coming over, right? But I just find this easy position right here, either foot on the hip or bicep, right? And I get back into a position here, and I start moving in to whatever I want, right? So don't always be playing defensively and just like trying to, re-guard. But once you get into a position, he's a little bit closer, and you can start putting your hooks in and start getting into position. Right now, you can start getting in on the legs and start doing whatever kind of other stuff you want to do. Does that make sense, guys? Mm-hmm. So next drill, right, you're here. He starts to come around. You can't knock your knees to one side, so he starts to post hands on your hips, and now you have to address this, right? So shrimp out, lasso here, and then start to turn and face, and then go in and attack the legs, right? Trip, sweep, something like that. All right, so just get comfortable with that, knowing the difference when his hands are on your shins, below your knees, right? You can still do all the stuff we were doing yesterday, right? You can still like pummel in, helicopter and break his grips. As soon as this gets on the hip, I have to address that, right? I don't want to leave his hand on my hip for an extended period of time. And then now I start moving into a better position, right? And clear that, right? So when his hands are on the shins and knees, right? You can, helicopter your legs and clear and just whatever, right? Once he starts moving forward towards that hip, address that hand on your hip first, lasso, and then put yourself back into a good, strong position. Cool, 2 claps, 1, 2, 3.